What's going on, guys? It's Bill with MaddenProdigy.com, and today I'm going to show you one of the most unblockable blitzes in the game. You know, I know one thing about Madden 26 this year. They really unfocused on defense, so defense, in other words, kind of sucks. And they've made it really easy on offense to block a lot of these blitzes, and just the computer does a lot of it on its own with AI. So we're going to kind of try to counter that a little bit more because for the most part some of the old blitzes and stuff, they just don't work the way that they should. Just being honest, being out there, defense is really tough when it comes to blitzing. So we want stuff that's going to put good pressure on the quarterback, whether they block a running back and slide protect or whatever. This blitz is going to find a way to come in the majority of the time. And also, if the running back's on the right or on the left, you can still get this blitz to come in. Also wanted to talk about a new glitch that we found in the game, and it's called the pass interference glitch. We actually found a way that manipulates your opponent's defenders if they're in zone coverage, and we can get a pass interference glitch on our opponent. About 8 or 9 times out of 10 you do this technique against zone coverage. It doesn't work against man coverage, but it does work against zone. So if you guys want that, you can get it in one of the links below. Just buy one of our ebooks. We're including it for free. Also, it's in our Season Pass Live section, but it's there. So I've always been a firm believer, if it's in the game, it must be there for a reason. So if you're going to play the game, you might as well play to win. So it's just another tool. I'm sure it will probably be eventually patched. Like I said, I just found it this week. So anyways, on to the blitz. The blitz that we're going to call is out of the 4-3 even 6-1, and it's going to be Sam Will Blitz. Okay, a couple things you want to do. Number one, on your coaching adjustments, you want to have auto flip off. The rest of it's up to you. You can do whatever you want to do. And then you want to go into your defensive line, and you want to make sure you sub speed in on your defensive front. The only one you can't do on this is right here. I only can put in a defensive tackle there. There's a defensive tackle there, but you want speed on the outside and the defensive ends and the one other interior lineman. So put him there. Let's see. Him there. That. So do that. Try to get as much speed on the defensive front as you possibly can. Then the play that we're going to call is going to be Sam Will Blitz. Okay, we're going to flip the play. And then we're going to use a defensive line stunt. It's going to be left Tom 2-man. And we'll just do this against a block running back to get to the point. Okay, so we're going to be able to do this and only sending 4 or 5 people versus a block running back. To do this, you're going to shift your D-line to the left. You're going to use quarterback contains. Then you're going to put the defensive end in a bluff blitz. You can put the defensive tackle in a hook zone. And you can put your outside linebacker in a hard flat. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to take, this is your user. He's manned up to the running back. We're going to press up on the D-pad. We're going to stand right here over the guard. We're going to hold down on the left analog stick until the ball snapped. And what we're going to do is we're going to engage. And if we do this right, you're still going to be able to get the pressure coming off the edge, and that's versus a block running back. So once again, shift the D-line, use quarterback contains. You can bluff blitz. All this other coverage here that I'm doing right now is optional, you know, so if you don't feel comfortable putting this many people into coverage, you don't have to, but it helps. Okay. So like I said, stand over the guard if the running back's on the right. Press up on the D-pad, pulls up the sub menu, hold down on the left analog stick, and then spam X to try to get off your block and go play coverage, cover a drag or something over the short middle. Okay, so we're actually sending 3 people, but since we're kind of blitzing our user, I would actually call this we're sending 3.5. Okay. So if you want to, you can just come out like this. Stand right here if you're not comfortable. Hold down. If you see the running backs blocking, it's going to come from the outside or up the gap, one or the other. Okay, so if the running back's on the opposite side of the field, if you run this blitz with the same adjustments, and do this over on this side of the field, you're not going to get the same kind of pressure. But what you can do is, depending on whether your opponent's calling a play with the running back on the left at the play call screen, you can also just do this in reverse. So let's do that. Let me come out in something that's got the running back on the left. So I'm going to call pivot return. It's already got a running back blocked. And we're just going to run Sam Will Blitz. We're going to run it unflipped. But we're going to call a right Tom 2-man instead of a left Tom 2-man. So we're going to shift the line to the right. Use quarterback contains. Do the same thing over here, and that's not a very good example, but most of the time you will get pressure coming directly off the edge. Or up the gap like that. In general, all pressure comes better from the left in this year's game, but this still does work very well. Okay, so once again, if you want to send less people, you can. But it's not going to be quite as good coming off the right side doing it with that technique. Now, if you guys want the full scheme with a better right-sided blitz from this formation, the left-sided one is pretty much unblockable versus a blocked running back on the right. This version is a little sketchy if the running back's on the left, but there is a really good counter play for that. That's in our New England Patriots defense. You can also find it in our Season Pass Live. Along with any purchase gets you our free glitch that we found, the pass interference glitch. Got some links down in the description. Please like and subscribe to the video, and I hope this video helps.